Hello, Sana. How are you? It's been a while since I read you. Happy New Year, Spirit. The final 2022. Oh, yes, please. Let's send this year away, please. let's let's the next come in. Guys, can you hear me well? Hello, Parvati. Can you hear me well? Can you hear the noise? Because I do have like um, I don't know how you say it in Spanish. I'm sorry, in English. But it's like, how do you say it? It's like this thing that it cools the environment, but it goes round and round and round, and it's really noisy. But actually, like I couldn't be here without it because it's really, like it's going to be really hot today. It's going to be a hot day. Exhaust fan? Yeah, like electric fan. Like yes, like a fan. Let's depure our energies, guys. Let's depure our energies. Oh, I'm happy. Yeah, because it's really noisy. Like actually, that I'm sitting. Sorry, I'm sitting here, and um, I'm hearing it. So I hope that it doesn't interrupt me. So how are you guys? Yeah, I'm going to speak louder just in case. Just in case. How are you guys? Now the Capricorn season is finally here. We have to get our intentions, our plans, everything that we want to work for on 2023. We have to get it online. Let's not be lazy. Let's do our list, our to-do list. How are we going to improve ourselves? Like, let's get back to work, guys. This year has been it's all good with the Sagittarius positivism, but we need to get back to earth and like really set our intentions. Like what kind of life are we going to have for 2023? Yeah, it's still 15 days, 15 or 16 days. It's my birthday, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited actually, guys, because I don't know if she will make it on time or what, but I have a friend that she's very famous on social media, that she does these crochet dolls, especially for BTS members. She's my army friend, and she told me that she was going to make like a doll of Utah in in the movie, the character that he plays with that red suit. So I'm really excited. I hope I can get it. I hope she does it for me. If she would, it would be an honor, of course. But she does these beautiful dolls, and I really wanted to have something Utah related. I do not own anything that is related to Utah, so definitely I would appreciate it, and especially because it comes from her. We with my army friends, we actually started talking through Kakao Talk when I was in army, myself, and then well eventually I just like I log out of that of that app, and we started like we kept talking through Twitter or Discord, and we really like form a really like thank you, you too, um, a great like relationship, and I think that a friendship that, no one expected, and because of pandemic and because of everything that was going on, like I met them, and we still are here. We are still like strong, like communicating almost every day, and talking about our favorite. So wow, it's amazing how sometimes the internet can like get you closer to people that are really worth it. That otherwise you wouldn't have met them ever. Like, you know, I'm kind of scared, but it's New Year and things will change so much for me because I'm going to begin working. Oh, Spirit. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yes, but don't be scared. Don't be scared. Once you start, it becomes this very systematic thing that you just do it. You just like integrate it. Hello, Eva. You just integrate it in your life, and you know it's going to also like do you good in a sense of self-esteem. To work it's exhausting, but somehow it gives you this very clear, like, and very objective view of you, how productive you are when when you're working for something or someone. So even though, yes, sometimes you can have good days and bad days, but it shapes your personality, and it also challenges how adaptable you are to change and new, and learning new things. I think for me, work has taught me a lot of things. Has taught me a lot of things, and actually, it was really hard for me because, since we're talking about Capricorn, everyone says that Capricorn is very hardworking and that we are always very ambitious and that we're always thinking and very professional, and I think that is true. But it also, I learned in my case in particular, that actually it takes a lot of years, actually, because when I got into my first like real relationship, like committed relationship, at 19. Like, yes, I was done with the studies, and I had a job, but then I started dating someone that was older than me, and he somehow like didn't want me to work. He wanted me to help him with his business, and somehow, like, yes, I would be in a relationship, but I would find myself also to be like a bit like not doing the things I wanted because I was involved in a relationship, and he was very like a sort of jealous kind of guy, a possessive kind of guy, so he didn't want me to meet others. He wanted to have that sort of like control. So I think that that's why for me, being a Capricorn, I think that I was able to connect with work after I broke up, after I got out of that role of being someone's girlfriend and being with someone that was so like restrictive, so like, and all of this came with manipulation, of course. It wasn't that he was just straight up telling me not to go to work. It's just that it was the small things, the small attitudes, that would prevent me or would like manipulate me to not do something that it was going to bring me independence. So, this is why I think that work definitely gives you an identity outside of your household, outside of who you are as a partner. It gives you an structure, a very real one, and you somehow are also like giving to the community because we pay taxes. So yes, yes, that's why I'm like, maybe I got too much into work, but I think that We Capricorn, we deal with that. I talked to a lot of other Capricorn females to see if they had been through the same, and actually, yes, there has always been someone, either a family member, like, or a boyfriend, a girlfriend, that would like blackmail us, like, emotionally, to not go to work, and to not like unleash the potential that we have. Or I remember that, I don't know, when I was in a previous job, I would get, I don't know, a good feedback or the possibility to grow in a company, and he just wouldn't be supportive. He wouldn't congratulate me, he wouldn't like appreciated my efforts. And I think that that's when sometimes, I notice that you can also have a partner that is very competitive towards you, and that actually they don't want you to do better than them. There are some people that are like that, that. And I don't think that it's about money. I think that it's about, like, oh, you are growing and I'm not, or I feel like you have so many opportunities and I'm not, or you love your job and I don't, so definitely you also have to pay attention to this, to always form relationships with people that encourage you to be your best version, and not to restrict you, or not to like put down your efforts, or minimize your accomplishments, because that's also something that really hurts the self-esteem, or the self-image that you have of yourself. When you have loved ones not seeing your value, or not seeing how much you try to be better every day. I think that definitely, if you do not have that support, you better stay alone. It's the best, because it's as if having like an enemy at home, something like that. And actually you don't realize it, because it's not like it happens every day. It's like a sort of gaslighting. It comes with time, and it starts very slow. So so yeah, I was looking, I don't know what I have in my eye, but you really don't just like a great gift from me. Really, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Eva. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, and sometimes I think that people just don't listen to my videos, definitely, because I was mentioning at the beginning that there's no need to ask me for Blackpink's readings or Jenny's reading, because I know I'm going to read for Jenny. I know that Jenny's birthday is coming up soon. I know she's a Blackpink member. I know you want to read in Blackpink. And there was someone in the comment section that would ask me exactly that. The thing that I said, don't ask me, please. Like, don't spam the comment sections, because I know I have to read for Jenny. I know it's her birthday next month. I know she's a Capricorn. Like, come on. Like, I'm not that naive. Like, I don't know. I think that these people definitely probably don't even like watch the video completely. They just skip certain parts, because it's amazing how insistent they are. Hi, H. Yes, getting, I'm not a Cap, but Cap Rising, honestly. I do relate a lot to Cap traits. Yes, Capricorn Rising, I think, I think that probably in my case, because I'm a double Capricorn, also Rising, I think that was something that I had to learn, you know, like, uh, because it doesn't happen to all the Capricorns, but whenever there's Capricorn energy in there, I think that there's like a possibility. I just saw a comment about the contract renewal. YG Entertainment is a mess. Yeah, we're going to pull cards about that, guy. That's why I wanted to come live today, because we're going to pull cards. I mean, we're going to do this very dynamic, in a sense that you guys have the chance, and I hope people that please, I know we are a few, but let's do this organized. We're going to come out with different questions, and this has to do, well, well formed questions. Like, please think well before you ask. In a sense that it has to be like specific. You cannot ask me like, oh, well, like a very like expansive, because I'm just going to pull few cards. But yes, I'm going to do readings about several subjects that it can be about K-pop, Korean celebrities. We always talk about this. Actors, I don't know. You can ask. I'm going to answer with I have the oracle here, and I have also the cards. So we are going to do this, not right now, but I'm going. We're going to do this. We're going to do this today, to finish this year like this. Just like how we started, we're going to end it like this. Guys, do you have any news about Utah's movie? If I read on Twitter, I believe that someone took a picture of their cinema, that it's on their cinemas in Indonesia, I believe. Uh, but yeah, here in Latin America, there's no. I don't think we are going to hear about it yet. I don't know if we're going to hear about it. So, um, I don't know. I just hope that if someone knows if there's a link somewhere, please let me know. Like, I want to watch it, but I have no idea. You can probably just search the name of the movie and you get the online page. Oh, yeah, yeah. I should Google it. But it's a shame that there's so much mystery around movies. I believe that we had the same issue remember with ghost stories, like Soul Ghost, the one that the voice Hagnon, Alexa, I think that Mosaic's leader was also there. And remember that we couldn't find anything related to that. First, it was said that it was going to premiere on Netflix, but that never happened. And then they released it on theaters, but only in Korea. And then when we got the link, it was with no subtitles. And I swear that the other day I searched for it again, and it still doesn't have subtitles. So I of course did watch it. I watched the whole thing, and I think that it was really good. But like, I didn't understand anything. Remember, Spirit? Remember, we really struggled with that movie, because when we finally got the link, it didn't have subtitles, and until today, it doesn't have subtitles. So I don't know. Hey, Reem. And I think that I believe that probably because this is a Japanese one, that Japanese like productions are a bit more restricted. Um, I think that it's going to be more complex. about movies. Um, I don't know. Maybe someone read. I just woke up, so I don't. But I just woke up to a text from a message from my friend, and she told me that Ayu is dating this actor, the actor of Big Mouse. Yeah, yes. I swear, spirit. I was paying like all my senses very my listening comprehension trying to be very like present, active. And yes, I did hear the Shebal, the there was another phrase that it means like are you serious or something like that. And those small K-pop, not K-pop, K-drama phrases I did get, but yeah, like I was like holding on really tight to my K-drama Korean because I was like, please don't have long conversations because I'm not getting what you're saying. Like, please just, the small phrases. And yes, I did get, and when I watched it, I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself because I did understand, kinda, what they were talking about. Like, I did understand. But I was like, oh my God, like, Korean language is so difficult. Like, but I was proud because there were some conversations, some parts that I did understand what they were saying. So somehow, we do have a very like probably small understanding, very few understanding of their either their body language, their tone of their voices, the tone of certain words. So we are smart people. I feel that I always said this, but I don't know. I think that people that probably here in my country that they don't experience much other cultures, they don't know how intelligent, like, and it's not about being more smarter or something like that, but it somehow gives you an extra trait of intelligence, another layer of intelligence to be able to understand different cultures and to be able to have a curiosity for other cultures and always wanting to know more. So, I think that I always realized this on my own, especially because I my mom, she was born in Paraguay, so they came to Argentina when she was a teenager, um, and she never actually like spoke very like fluid in Spanish. So I remember when we used to go to her sister's house, and they would be cooking, and they would be talking in Guarani. Guarani is the language of that they use. And I swear that I never like learned that language, but I remember being sitting there listening to them, and somehow like, and they would laugh at me because they would be like, "Are you listening?" Like making fun of me, like, "Oh, she's there listening, but I'm sure she doesn't understand what we are talking about." And actually, I did understand. Like I understood, for example, the strong phrases when someone was complaining about other person, about other people, or just like talking, saying that that person was dumb, or and because of the emotionality of how they deliver the words, and so I was like, oh, that means that, oh, that means that. So I think that that's why I have this very like empathic, like I have this very strong empathy towards people that speak another language, and I feel like drawn to just be present and listen to them, and probably I would not be able to talk back or to respond or to know how to spell the word, but I understand. Somehow I understand. Today on the entire flight schedule of that dude's leak out. Oh my! I'm proud of us K-pop fans for understanding something we don't understand. Yes, yes, spirit, and I'm happy. I think that I'm happy because, like, I think that I'm more open-minded in the sense that, if you had told me, like, I had always followed boy groups and boy bands when I was younger, but there were always white people because pop was like that. Pop was American, so I was always like following these white guys. So, and I think that now that I'm seeing that I see some Asian people attractive, like, and of course, let's not be like let's not be hypocrite, in the sense that we do find attractive, the K-pop idol material. In this sense, I think that um, I I had met when I was younger some Asian people, but I never saw them like handsome or never saw them like. I actually always thought that these people are very hard to communicate with because they are so closed off with their own community. So somehow it's not easy to. They always like walk around or are in groups, so it's not easy for you to form a relationship or to form a conversation with them because they are so reserved, so reserved. So I had that idea, that perception of of Asian people in general. That yes, they some of them are handsome, and the women are beautiful. The women are like this. I remember I had a dentist that I believe she was Japanese, and her face was beautiful, beautiful. And I'm telling you this, like, if this was like 20 years ago, when there was no skincare routine, no, brands, nor anything. And that woman, definitely she was like probably like in her 40s or something like that, and she was flawless. Like, I swear I had that perception of um, her beauty. I was like, it seems like I was in front of a doll. I looked at her and I remember feeling like she was a doll, that she wasn't real because her skin, like everything is so natural, so natural, so natural, without no makeup, but her face, yes. The dude even thanked her while receiving an award. Oh, the way people use detective work. I'm so confused. I'm going to do a reading for them tomorrow, guys. And we're going to start, honoring Dispatch. Because was it Dispatch the one that leaks it? Or who was it? Is this or this Dispatch news today? You know? Because I believe that for them in a few hours it's going to be January the 1st. So probably this was the revealing. Um, K-pop fans work like feds. Don't they speak Spanish in Uruguay? I thought they did. Rim, it's not Uruguay. It's Paraguay. It's another country. It's called Paraguay. It's not Uruguay. Uruguay is a country that is very close to Argentina. We are like, it's very close. But Paraguay is more near Brazil. Brazil is near, is in the middle, I believe. I'm so bad at geography. Is between Brazil and Peru, I believe. Like, more on the tropical side. Actually, their language, Guarani, is of the is indigenous. It comes from indigenous people, Guarani. No, they don't speak Spanish. No, no, they speak Guarani. Yeah, I believe that that yes, Paraguay and Brazil are the ones that don't speak Spanish. I believe they are the two countries that of Central America, Central America, are more on our side. I think that probably when you go up, maybe you could have some of those countries that also are a bit like tropical. But from what I know, it's Paraguay and Brazil. They are very influenced on um, like indigenous culture, and especially Paraguay. Paraguay is full of there's a lot of like indigenous. There's a lot, and actually their language comes from the indigenous land. I don't know if it's because of Brazil also has it, because of the the Amazonas. But there's like, yeah, there's a lot of indigenous people in there. Yeah, but I never thought that I would actually feel attracted to an Asian guy. Really, really. But of course, that, like I tell you, I'm talking about experience in real life. Like, I always found them very weird. Like, weird in the sense that they just don't communicate. They are very shy. They're like I wouldn't imagine myself like, because the guys that I met, they were so fearful. I swear that they would like melt in their own spot because they wouldn't talk, and especially if you are of the opposite sex, they would get really awkward, really awkward, really awkward. I had a lot of clients that were like Korean and Chinese, and they wouldn't even look at me in the eye, like, like it was, no, it's not K drama situations, not at all. No, Song Joong Ki revealed himself, plus fans figured out when he was thanking her on a Pan Award speech. Really? So this is not dispatch? This is not dispatch, I'm sorry, dispatch work? Oh my. Oh, that's cool. Some countries kept their indigenous language. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Brazil speak Portuguese, so not Spanish, the only one. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, it's really hard to understand Portuguese. I do have some friends that are from Brazil, and I swear, the only thing that we have in common is that we are very loud when we speak in Spanish. Our tone tends to get really high, and we get really like agitated and excited when we are speaking about something, and we laugh really loud. Actually, I felt same when I was younger. I used to feel they looked too boyish, but yeah, not at all. Them have changed. Yeah, I'm like, the other day I was realizing that I was like, why do people act like this had always been like this? Because I had that like perception of them when I wasn't into K-pop. Like, I never saw them like a possibility to date, and I think I even remember that I had like someone that went to school with me that was Japanese, I believe, and he was not like, he just wouldn't integrate with us. He would always like talk about games and anime, but he wouldn't, like, even when we asked him about it, he wouldn't open up and talk about his preferences, like, okay, if you like anime, like, we all grew up in the 90s, we all loved anime, but he probably did like another ones, that we never heard of. But we were like, oh, but what animes do you watch? Like what do you like? And he was like so like nah. he wouldn't he wouldn't share with us. He wouldn't share with us. I don't know if maybe he thought that we were going to make fun of them, like I don't know. But they are very. I had been confused for Japanese all my life, guys. When I was younger at school, they would always tell me that I was either Japanese or Chinese because when I smile, I have really like small eyes, and they would always like make fun of me in that sense, so this is why I think I got to the conclusion that being Asian wasn't popular actually back then, because I remember people mocking me about it, and like saying it like not like an insult, but it was like, oh, you look you look Asian, or and so like it was a joke kind of, and now all of the sudden, everything that is related uh to Korea and stuff, everything is popular, and I think that there's a lot of people that are actually very hypocrite in that sense, because it wasn't that popular back then, especially white people make fun a lot of Asian features, used to make fun a lot. um I don't know if anyone has heard of Sentinel tribes. They don't have any contact with outer world. Oh, really? Oh, I think I did. I thought Spanish and Portuguese are somewhat similar, at least 60%. Some said they understand each other to a degree. Yeah, but it's difficult. It's difficult. We actually get each other through hand movements, gestures, because apparently, Koreans don't keep stable because it's associated with being pervert. In my part of the world, beards are a sign of maturity and attractiveness. So yeah, cultural differences. Yeah, yeah. I always wanted to date someone that doesn't have a beard, but I always like attract people like guys that have like hair on their faces. I don't know, but I always wanted to, like date someone that doesn't have a beard. Yeah, and once the government kidnapped the family of the tribe. Oh, the parents fell sick in the new environment and passed away, leaving the children behind. Oh my God. Oh, why would they do that? When they want to meddle in, they always mess up things. I hate it. I hate it when people, they say that they want to do good and they want to be the heroes, and they just take people of their environment. Like, I hate when they do that. I have read that there of limits after they send poison darts to people who are coming there. Yeah, that's the reason why they keep coming to lands that stay on your land. Like, stay on your land. I think that's something we experience a lot. These people always wanting to enter someone's lands. Like, that's why Korean idols shaving every day, teasing each other for just some facial hair. Yeah, they do have a very few facial hair. They must have like one, two. Like, they don't know what it's like to be hairy. I think that maybe we women, we are more hairy than them. which is so dumb. He's a man, let him be. It's just that they want to remain with that boyish look, that we were mentioning. Uh, but their features give them away. This is something that I was paying attention to how some idols, especially the males, how they change after they turn 25. Definitely, I noticed that I think I noticed this on of Super Junior, because these are guys that some of them even are younger than me or they have my age, and they wear makeup and they wear sometimes very cute clothes, and they try to, be clean on their faces and stuff. But you definitely do notice that they are not young. There's like some like a strong feature in their face. It doesn't matter how, with all the whitewashing that they do, but definitely you can tell that this is a grown man, and I think that I had always noticed this. At the other group that I noticed this from it was GOT7. Um, I remember watching them perform. I think that it was like uh, I swear by the moon. Is it called the song? Well, when they used to wear these suits that they were like these leather suits. Um, and I remember looking at especially the magnets, like the magnet line, Bam Bam, and looking at them and being like, oh, he really is like, they are very masculine, they are very like, they didn't look like, they look like very like grown men, um, and definitely you could tell, not only because their physiques, their body were more built, but there was something about their presence that it was like, oh, these are men, like Monster X as well. Monster X, they also have this very like these men that are very strong built, um, and after that, I think that about BTS, I started to notice that BTS also, they are not that boyish anymore. Like this year, I started to notice that on them, especially since they grew their hair longer. I started to notice that, oh, they don't look that like that youthful anymore. There's something about them that I don't know. It's a man. It's different, and it doesn't matter how many cute things you want to dress them as. They already like give off this very masculine energy. Shonu once refused to come on video call with Kihyun because he hasn't shaved in a while. By the way, there's a Jaehyun doppelganger who lives in Japan. That dude looks exactly like him. Well, Kento Yamakasi is the double of Lino. So definitely I think that Jaehyun I must know that guy's name so we can Google it. Then share it with us, everybody. The only difference is the lookalike has special hair, but it suits him. You know that Jaehyun, I always thought that Jaehyun's face reminds me of someone, but I don't know who. Like, I don't know if there's like a celebrity or someone that has similar features to him. But there's someone that I have seen before that looks like Jaehyun. I don't know, and I never was able to be like, oh, that's why. No. So maybe there's someone very famous. Actually, it could be someone older that has like the same features. Oh no, Parvati, I cannot click on it. If I click on it, I will get out of the live. Well, later I will check it out. Please share it on the comment section. Well, you know that I am a Utah's fan, and the other day I remember I used to follow this sort of rock star, but I didn't like officially like follow his Instagram, and then I started like watching pictures of him, and I was like, wait a minute, this guy looks like Utah, but he's my age. It's Miyabi. I don't know if you know of him, if you know who he is. He's a Japanese singer and actor. I believe he's also an actor. Do you know Miyabi, guys? Oh, Google him. Google him, Rim. It's Miyabi. See if I can, like, I don't know if I can. How can I type in here? I think like I cannot type in here. I am not given the possibility to type. It's weird. See, Rim? He does. He does. He does. He so does. And I believe that Yuta mentioned him. He is one of his idols, Miyabi. It's so Yuta style. It's so, I definitely can see Yuta being a fan of him. It's a handsome man, and I believe that he does have a lot of fans. Like probably when he was younger, he was really popular, and it's actually really cute because he has children. He has three daughters, actually two daughters and one son, and he had been married for like I believe 12 years. So um, so and everyone is super supportive of his family, um, and he shared this very, yes, he has three children, Rim, and one of them is already a teenager, and she's beautiful, and like um, it's so cute. It's so cute. I started like looking at his pictures in his profile, and he does share, videos, and also he's everywhere with his wife. His wife, I believe her name is Melody, and she was also a famous singer, like a sort of teenage. I believe it's for like a sort of J-pop kind of singer, soloist. I believe she was a bit popular, like as a soloist, as a female soloist, in the 2000s. And then they met and they got married. Yes, he's he's on his 30s, and they got married, and they have three beautiful children, and their children are so amazing. Like, and I love that the fandom supports the whole family, and they follow the whole family, and definitely I can tell you that their children are going to be very famous. Like, but I'm like, how can he be active, being this attractive, like sort of rock star, and being a father of three, and having a stable relationship, being married with a beautiful woman, that of course she, the good thing that I do love and a lot of fans say about him is that he's so eccentric as an artist. His style, everything about him, it's very like, eccentric. So a lot of people, even himself, he said it, that he didn't think that he would be married. He didn't believe in marriage, and actually, like, he met her and he decided he wanted to marry her. And then she had her baby, the first daughter. um, and and they had been married ever since, and he's still rocking. He's still a famous rock star. He's so famous, and he at the old and his family is so, like, if you see his wife, even though she was famous back then, but she was this sort of very clean girl, beautiful girl, like very like classy kind of girl, very classy female. And you see her next to him, that he's this sort of very androgynous kind of uh, artist, very rock. And this is when you say, wow, opposites really do attract. And I believe she's a Pisces and he is a Virgo. He's a Virgo guy. He's a Virgo sun and she's a Pisces. So definitely you can see that she's so sweet and he's like this crazy dude, like very hardworking, very like, and I think that that's something that I would love for all idols to have that, to be able to post on their social media pictures of their children, of their wife, and I think that that's a whole accomplishment, guys. That's a whole accomplishment to have a career where your fans support your whole family, and it's not that they know your children's name because they are stalkers. No, because they know that they are part of you, so they support you and your family. It's like everyone is a rock star in that family. It's like as if Miyabi said, like, okay, like I am the rock star here, but I have family, so yes, welcome them because they are part of me. So I think that that's so beautiful. Like, I really want to watch it. I don't know if they have like a documentary about, because I don't know, I know he was popular back then, but I don't know how things developed in his life. But I was like, that's so impressive. So actually an idol, like actually I would say an idol, but probably a famous person can have this. I look at him and I'm like, wow, I hope I can get to see Utah do something like that. Like, definitely, I would hope that for my biases. I don't know, really, like me being an adult, I would hope that I would hope I get to see that, that they can share that. But just every other celebrity in the world, it only seems to be a problem in their industry. Yes, yes. Yes, it's just that he is a rock. He's in the gender of him is rock, I believe. But at the same time, there's always also this like uh, perception of like um, them also like being this very edgy kind of um, magnetic god of music, that somehow, if they have family, you don't know about them. They're always like hidden, or there's like a sort of privacy to not somehow like compromise his image, because these are artists that also they are very sexy sometimes, or they are very provocative with their audience. So it's like, you know I think that they would prefer to have the sort of magnetism without people knowing that they are actually married and have children. And definitely, I think that probably in Japan is the same. Like, not the same as idols, the same strict as idols, but probably there's like a separation, and the fact that he can share that he's a family man, I think that it makes him more attractive. Even, I don't know if that makes sense, but it definitely, I perceive it as more attractive. Apart, I don't know, any other celeb has their career apart from their personal life. I hope idols can be open about the relationship but not post publicly about it. People can be cruel, so I prefer they keep a level of privacy. Yeah. My favorite rock star got married when he was 21. I also think it's young, but at least they're still married. Yes, and also that. Because I always think about this, and actually, I was, I did watch her Instagram, and I was like, oh, she's very Pisces, in the sense that she's very devoted to him. And she was telling that she had always been passionate about dancing, but she had an accident in her foot, so she couldn't like dance. So that's why she was like a sort of she got into singing more, and she would always post her post is more about she is like the mother, because she has young children. I believe that the less children, it's like a 1 year old. So she's like in her role is being a mother and being his wife, and I think that this is the reason why he can go out and be on tour and being famous and being able to be concentrated in his job, because he knows he has a very devoted wife, very responsible wife, and also very devoted to him, in the sense that she's not going to go and do crazy things while he's away, and I think that probably in order for this marriage to work, he also has to behave, because we know that celebrities, singers, rock stars, pop stars, all of them, they have a huge ego, So, and they sometimes tend to get a bit high, especially when they are on tour or when they go to different countries. They get wild. They get wild, So I think that it's very admirable that there's a sense of commitment, because I believe that maybe for the female, for the wife, it mustn't been easy to be a rock star's wife, because a rock star has temptations, of all sorts of temptations. We know it. And also, I think that we have to say that K-pop idols must have also temptations. Like let's not like be too the Lulus and say like, oh, they are virgins and they just don't hook up with anyone, because come on. So definitely, I was like, wow, really. Like, not, it's not any woman. You have to have this sort of like selfless kind of spirit. We always talk here like, oh yes, if it was me and I would have the opportunity to be his wife, I would give my life. Like, I would leave everything I have pendant on my life for myself, and I would go and live for him and have his babies, and sometimes it mustn't been easy, you know. Two daughters, yes, 13 and 12. Son is the youngest, yes. Reminded me of Argentinian Enzo Fernandez. He's 21 and he has a 3-year-old daughter already. Was so shocked when I heard it, because I remember he won Young Player. Yes, me too. And you know what? That guy, Enzo Fernandez, he has the same placements as me. I believe he's a Capricorn with the moon in Scorpio as well. So I was like, oh, he's also my twin. There's a lot of us in the world. Honestly, I wish to be his kid or something. His family would accompany him in the world tour, watching all the shows. I'm jealous. Yes, exactly. Having a dad that is a rock star, but a good dad, a dad that is a rock star, but when he is not on tour, he spends time with them, and he's there for them, and he's always acknowledging their existence. I think that that's so admirable, that a famous person can speak up in front of an audience and being like, oh, I want to thank my family. Like, and not in a cheesy way, really acknowledging that he has a family and that he is the head of that family. And also, like, praising his wife. Because, like I was mentioning, guys, it mustn't be an easy role to be his wife. It mustn't be an easy role because artists are a peculiar kind of people. They are not that they live in their own bubble. They live in their own bubble. That's why I think that probably, they the best way for them to succeed in a relationship is to have a very loving, very accepting, very devoted, very understanding kind of partner. Very like being able to understand them, because famous people do have a lot of pressure on themselves about, oh, I have to get this gig, or I have to get out this, I have to do this album, or it has to be successful. Oh, what if it's not successful enough, or what if people don't buy it? And they're in constant stress all the time, just like football players, and you know and all these people that are in this sort of like role where everything is very instantaneous. It has to be now. I have to make it now. So they must be really hard to live with, especially when they are under stress. They can get very childish, and they can be very unpredictable as well. And they can turn to, having ways of evasion like alcohol, and all kinds of things, you know. So definitely to be their partner, it mustn't be easy. It mustn't be easy. Like really, like I think that. Hello, Samara. Oh, yes, and he wrote so many songs about his wife too. Yes, yes. If only we were national level players or some type of scholar. I have so much beef with Hive. I just remember nobody live anymore. Hi, Samara. We were talking about Miyabi. Do you know Miyabi, Samara? Japanese rock star singer, the one that looks like Yuta. Actually, Yuta looks like him. Do you know him? Ah, I was talking, saying to the girls that the other day I came across his Instagram and I was looking at his feed and I was like, oh, they are his three children and his wife, and they're the whole package that come with him. And I'm like, wow, I want my bias to have that. Definitely, I want them to have that. Yeah. Oh, so guys, with this news of potentially IU dating this I love the couple, to be honest. I love the couple. I love it. I love it. I love that the duo, actually. But I'm curious, like, how did people find out about it? And is it I don't think it's confirmed because we know IU. I don't think IU is going to clarify it. But is there another proof? Does anything like came out recently, like, or it's just speculations? Oh, Dispatch already confirmed it. Oh. So, the good part of this is that finally some Delulus are going to move on and stop shipping JK with IU. because actually, oh, and I can see a lot of, like, I already see it, I already can see it coming, a lot of JK fans being like, oh, JK is going to be for broken, or JK, come on guys, come on. Like IU is a woman, like like it's like a stable woman with a career. Like let's not do that. Like I was hoping she would get into a relationship so the shippers would stop, would stop, and also it would be very uncomfortable for even JK, because you know for example, if I don't know, if when I was younger, I would mention that I am a fan of, my ideal type is this actor, and then I grew older, and a lot of things, a lot of taste and preferences do change with time. So they always like drag JK with IU. They would always try to make these crazy like theories. Like, do you really think IU would? Oh, also, his shippers with Yuna already were going crazy. Yes, because they were on Big Mouth together. Yes. And that also, because there's the K drama shippers. So, there's like this tumultuous, I don't know. I love it when they confirm a certain relationship. So some the Lulus can go. I don't think they're going to go away, but it's like, no, this ship is not happening. They were like, see how it's not JK. Leave JK alone. Leave JK alone. Also, I always had this, that actually I think that JK, I don't know why I think that JK likes blonde, like females with blonde hair, not blonde, white blonde, but I think that he likes the blondish kind of style in hair, and definitely a girl with tattoos. I definitely see him going for a girl that is not so much like she's pretty, like feminine. I think that he definitely goes for the kind of tomboy kind of, like I think that's his style. He definitely likes that. Definitely likes that. So I don't know why they're always like shipping him with this like beauty standard. I think that he definitely um, it has like a very. Can someone do this for older idols? I'm so tired of shippers not moving on from that and GD. It's been ages. Ah, yes, they don't let go. They don't let go. Until the confirmation is there, they don't let go. And I think that it's necessary because some people need to move on. Yeah, I know. He's into the ships. He ships himself. I just need everyone to come out with their relationships because I'm so tired of the Lulu shit. Yes, yes, joking. Yeah, it's like no, no, and thank God that we do not know about those hookups, or actually, because I'm sure they hook up with others. So, if those relationships don't work out, like, the more the Lulus you're going to have. So I think that it's somehow it's a bit safer that you don't know much about their dating history. You just know the the official ones, but you don't know of the you don't know the others. Because people also think that they are in a drama, you know, that, oh, two idols see each other across the room and they just lock eyes with each other and they are in love already. And no, maybe it's just lust, guys. Maybe they're just attracted. Maybe they just want to get into each other's pants, that's all. Mewtwo and Susie could be good friends, but he stopped talking to her because of the shippers. Yes, yes, because the edits. Oh my. That's the only reason I don't like shippers. Otherwise, I could care less what do those fantasize about. It's just that they have so many likes and views. I'm like, aren't they embarrassed? Like, because definitely, you know, it's like when you are able to express your opinion about something, maybe it's not popular, maybe we say it among ourselves, but and that's it. But then there are others that do put it online. You know, they create videos, they create, I don't know, TikToks, they create like this Twitter post, you know. So it's on the internet and they have a lot of reactions. So definitely it means that there's a lot of people that feel the same way. So I think that that's very interesting. That's very interesting that actually the crazy, the Lulu content is very followed. It's very like, I wouldn't say it's popular, but definitely there's a lot of people that agree because you wouldn't like click on the like video just because. You know, so that's also a reflection of how they function. Yes. I just sometimes wish they wouldn't reveal so maturely, like 4 months, they just barely know if they like one another. Yes, I would be overwhelmed, honestly. I think that that's probably what happened between Kai and Jenny. You know, that if they were ever something, I think that probably it came out, the you know, the whole situation came out really like prematurely. But yeah. Like I'm totally down for Muso and Susie drama, but please let's one fantasize about them working together, not more than that, please. Yes. Oh yes. The shippers infiltrated YouTube Shorts too. They're everywhere. Even if you don't want to see it, they are everywhere, and that's why I think that that's like no, no. The other day, I was like, I was watching a TikTok that I shared with my army friends, that it was of this Les Seraphim member, one of Sakura, I believe is her name, and she was like, she was they were asking her, she was like at the airport, but just standing there, and they were asking her, like, when you arrive to Korea, what would make you happy? Like what would make you happy, the happiest? And she was like, oh, because I would like, what will make me happy, because ever since I came to Korea, my dream is to meet this actor. And she said the name, I don't recall. I believe that this actor is the actor of It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I believe it's him, I don't remember his name. And she was very real about it, you know, and I was like, oh, that's me arriving to Korea, you know, with a sign of all the peoples that I want to meet. That's why I'm here. And you know, and she was so real about it. It was hilarious. Like I found it very cute. She, you know, yes. What will make me happy is to meet this actor. Like ever since I came to Korea, I want to meet him. You know, and I think that that's really cute. Universe revealed Susie Limino Crystal Kai so that Mewtwo could be free from shippers. I free this boy. Oh, the universe was tired of. Oh, so sweet. Yes. Yes, she was so real. I was like, oh, like I love it. I love it because, like, really, like, I'm sure that they have people that they want to meet. It's just that somehow it's dangerous to say it. I would say it. Like, I would say it, but I think that it's a bit uncomfortable when actually when people, for example, hold on to you for saying that, and they are like, oh, but you said, on this date in this year, you said that you like this person, so now here he is, and you are like in front of that person, and everyone is reminding you of that video where you confess, and you're like, oh, but that was years ago, like I'm not the same person, like that's why. I don't know, maybe it's premature, but I would say it. I would claim my love for Utah on national TV. And then I would go really shy if I had him in front of me. I would be like, oh my. Actually, I think that if I would meet Utah, I probably think that he would be the one that he would be a bit more shy than me, to be honest. I think that he would be the one intimidated. This reminds me, I saw Kihyun and Jongwon went to a concert together. Idol fans interactions. Oh yes, Spirit, I did saw that. I was like so happy. I was so happy because Jongho is a fan of Kihyun. So definitely, I was. These are two successful. Like, you'll also be a successful fan. No. Really? Really, Parvati? Wow. Yes, they are both amazing vocalists. Oh, talking about that. Because I know, Samara, this person is not your favorite, but he said something, and I watched it, and I was like, I try not to take it personally, like in the sense that it's not about me, but he did say something that definitely it was like it ring an alarm in me. Yes, 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 Spirit. It's about him. He said something, and I was like, what are you saying? What are you implying here? What are you saying? He said that just because you can hit a high note, it doesn't mean that you are a good singer. And I was like, oh no. You better not be talking about 80s Yonho, because I'm going to be very upset. Because we know that in Kingdom, Jongho did hit a very high note, and he was very praised about it. In one of the first performances in Kingdom, he was very praised about it, and then in others, he also he does deliver high notes every now and then. But he's also a great singer in general. His voice is very opera-like. So I was like, why do you say that? Like, why? Like, I would have to watch the whole video to somehow understand the context of the conversation. And a lot of people in the comment section, they were like, oh no, but why are you talking about, I thought that you were friends. And some others were like, no, he's not talking about Jungkook. He's not talking about a ATEEZ member. He's like saying it in general. Yeah, I'm sure, but why? Like, I don't understand. Yes, I don't understand the you know the I mean, coming from who? Because you have to have a sort of authority to say something like that. Like, oh, I don't know. Like, I was a bit disappointed. You know that I always try to stay neutral about Banchan, and I always try to defend him because I know that he's human, and I always find him that he's very polite and he's very sensible. Uh, but that one comment, I was like, what are you implying in there? Like, what? And it's not about who he was talking about. It's like, what does it matter to you? Like, how does it relate to your vocal range, to your, because I'm trying to analyze, what does this mean to you? Like, do you hit a high note? Like, how was it hitting a high note for you? Why that subject in particular? Yes, he's not wrong, but his reasoning was petty. Yeah, there seems to be like a sort of there was yeah, there was and because he said it in English, it's like, I'm listening. Like, if he said it in Korean, we could be like, oh, we are lost in translation. But since he said it in English, I was like, what are you implying here? Bancha needs to sit down and understand they do shut too much in their music. Also, he said it a while ago, but he's not talking about other idols. He's talking about himself. Mm. Yeah, that's why I was thinking, like, okay, maybe this was an experience for him, that probably he felt like, yeah, because actually, just hitting a high note, it's not just about that. You have to have, like, you have to be good at singing. There's a lot of process in singing um, for it to be a pleasant experience, of course. He might have meant to say, even if his group doesn't do this type of vocals, doesn't mean they aren't good. Yes, actually, I love Min's voice. I love their voices, and also, how the rapper. Um, a lot of SM idols were signing other idols when someone missed their note. I still searching for the factcam of everyone who was there in the Song Festival. Because he did case one for free and did that high note, and everyone outside of the stage dragged him also. He said this a while ago. It was very sudden and out of place, but he's not wrong though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I think that probably it has to do with how it was edited. This is something that probably this is why TikTok could potentially like become a very toxic app. When you have these sort of TikToks that are very misleading because you cut a part of someone saying something, but we actually haven't heard the whole conversation, so we don't know what he's, you know. So, and even if there are people clarifying the situation in the comment section, it still leaves a very sour, like it doesn't sit right with you. Um, so I think that yes, TikTok is yeah, it's very misleading. Also, Vanessa, you're having the awakening. What awakening? Oh my. Oh my. Please let me and my Libra midheaven be pleasant and polite here. I don't want to say. I had one too. You will start to notice these passive aggressive comments more often. Yeah. Yeah. And I do hate those situations because um, I don't know. But I think that it's okay, guys. Let's put some cards. So, does anyone have a question? And this is going to be a very uh, because it's going to be a dynamic. So I'm going to pull cards and just give you a straight answer, and that's it. I'm not going to be very um, please be related to K-pop, K-idols, K-drama actors. I don't know. But be very quick. I'm not going to expand so much on it, so everyone can have their questions. Is Hub trying to buy out YG to get their cash cows? We have to talk about. We have to do some pull some cards for. Blackpink. Let's see. Is Hype trying to buy out YG to get their cash cows? That is right. Mm. Hey Hope. They got the Hierophant, King of Cups, and King of Swords. There could be some. Yeah, there could be some negotiations in there. But I think that I don't think it's about Blackpink. I think that it's about. Oh, the free ups. I think that it's about them I'm sorry, keep negotiations coming and keep acquiring actives. I don't think that it's about Blackpink. I think that there are two main characters in there that they are going around investigating, but they are doing everything from the shadows. they are definitely like doing, probably they are doing some research on the market, on, okay, what can we invest on. There's definitely two people that they are very influential, that actually they are like studying. They're studying, and I think that they are also probably very, because they got the Hierophant, so not the Hierophant, I'm sorry, the they got the Hermit. So definitely, I think that for Hive specifically in this moment, they are very focused on matters of their own. Probably there's something about their own specific instances or matters of the company that they are focused on that. But definitely they want to expand. But first, they want to take care of certain things about the company themselves. I don't know if there's like, they do have to move, they do have to keep expanding. So definitely they are doing the research, they are studying the possibilities. But at the same time, they want to keep it low because they still have some issues that they have to, polish there. Yeah, Blackpink is going to the dungeon, y'all. The replacements are going to debut 10 a.m. Next movement, they are getting 21 scrapped songs. Okay, let's see how this is going to impact Blackpink. How this debut, how are these? Okay. Oh my God, jumping cards. How is this new girl group is going to impact Blackpink? Um, for them it's like them be free actually. Embrace. Yeah, it's like embrace whatever comes. I think that for them it's a new beginning. For them it's like, oh yeah, finally I can move on. But actually it's going to also like to spark all discussions. I think that there's things, they are going to fight for what they want. So definitely they are going to fight some people, or there's going to be discussions. There's going to be a bit of resistance. I wouldn't say a negotiation, but there's definitely the girls are going to come strong. Like okay, like they definitely feel like they are outside already. Like they, I don't care what you do with the company, with the assets. I don't care how you invest the company's money. I think that they are already like, they want freedom. They want freedom. So, but they are not going to let go that easily, in the sense that probably there's going to be some battle in there. They are going to fight someone, and it's going to be scandalous, and people are going to hear about it. Yeah, they already like, they are free. I think that there's something about them like, okay, like I don't care. Like for us, we already moved on, so do whatever you want. How Hyungwon and EXO's Humin's upcoming drama will go. It's going to do well. Yeah, it's going to be successful. Do you know if it's going to be about law? About, yeah, it's going to be successful. Like, but yes, there's a lot of, at first, people are not going to be very sure about it. Very sure about, because there's going to be a lot of options, like probably a lot of like releases when it comes to K-drama. But it's going to be a successful one. It's going to be a successful one. Also, the is there a female lead? She's going to do great as well. Freedom, I see. Oh, the Black Lake. But this is called Idol Supermarket. Probably about idols. Recycle music. ESPA. ESPA, Nine of Cups, The Hermit, the High Priestess. Um, yeah, probably they're a bit mysterious. Like they probably are working on something, or they are getting like a deal that is very important to them. But probably are they having a comeback? Because it seems like they are like on very on reserve mode. Like they are hiding, like not hiding, but they are being a bit on like not so much, like probably not talking so much about it, like being a bit reserved. But also connecting with their, I think that they are connecting a lot with their femininity. You know, the High Priestess is a very powerful card that talks about, you know, the wisdom of feminine, you know, and I think that they are connecting a bit more, probably becoming a bit more religious, you know, like understanding that they have like a higher purpose. They are very sensitive also at the moment, but they are going to get an opportunity. They're going to do well. Actually, there's something that they want to achieve, um, but probably it's going to be kept like hidden. You know, hidden for them. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but there's something about ESPA that it's like they are not allowed to talk. Like, and this is not about just talking. I think that people are very like reserved when it comes to how the what they show about the girls. You know, if they show them like it's having a conversation, or if they're like material of them like talking, the people are very paranoid about like, oh no, let's better not show that, you know. So I don't know, are they afraid of something? Like the company definitely wants to like, you know, like keep them under a veil, like make them like a sort of mystery, you know, like probably just like releasing a member or two in particular, but not the whole group, you know. Like I don't know what they want to do. They want to create a sort of mystery, like a sort of mysticism about around the figure of the girls. I worry for them after Kakao and Hype tried to hunt them down almost this year. How on earth Girl on Top getting a mini album over ESPA? Girls on Top is a project group. I don't know what they are trying to do. That's why I can never get into them. They are giving Blackpink level control or even worse. I feel like SM is trying to copy Blackpink marketing tactic, which is going to backfire at some point. Yeah, there's this sense like, okay, yes, they are going to get what they want, so there's going to be a comeback. There's going to be a possibility to show their craft and to have a very loving communication with the fans. Also, a lot of like people really receiving them well emotionally, but there's also this hiding them, you know, like no, don't talk that much, like don't, like, yes, you have possibility to go on the show, but don't go, or we'll just send one of you, you know, like to create this sort of mystery, you know, like, okay guys, just go back to the dungeon, you know, something like that. And to for them it's like a wish come true, you know. So somehow there's a tactic around that. There's a tactic about not allowing them to be that exposed. So what are they trying to hide? I don't know. Monster X comeback January, please. In variety show they don't act like, however, for months. Mm. Yeah, I love New Jeans. I want to do a reading for them, but I'm going to do a reading for them. But I have to do it for the brand, the image of the group, and not for the members because they are young, they are underage, so I cannot read for them. But I want to do them as a project. I want to read for them, to see their popularity and how it's going to develop. I think it's going to be very interesting reading. Monsta X comeback. Yeah, they got the strength card, the nine of swords, the nine of wands. So why are they so tired? Like, why are they so like? I think that they will hold on in there. Like, really, they will do their best to seem professional, to do what it has to be done. Mm. Intuitive and psychic. But I think that lately things hasn't been easy for Monster X. Either they're very tired, but I don't think that they are tired of physically, like, oh, we are exhausted. I think that they are tired of some managements that had been done about their comebacks. They are not very fully satisfied with either the attention that they're getting, the promotions. There's a high level of insatisfaction, and also like of a lot of like frustration, in the sense like, oh, here we go again. Like, how come we are not getting? I think that they want a certain result that they are not getting. Probably the industry is not being very welcoming towards them and whatever they put out. So they definitely feel like in order to promote their work or stuff, they have to do a lot of things or a lot of activities or being always, it seems like always chasing people as if they were a rookie, and there's this level of frustration and exhaustion. Like, really, do we really have to do this? Like, do we really have to promote ourselves like this? Do we have to remind you that we are still here? Like, they are very tired because actually what they create, it takes a long time. So they definitely feel like, oh, I put all my efforts, and you're not giving me exposure. You're not giving me what what I need. New Jeans girls are gaining a lot of popularity and they're having a comeback. Oh, on January 2nd. Have you listened to Dito? Oh, I love that song. I love that song, Dito. And all their songs are amazing. I agree, Vanessa. It's interesting how they took the American girl group vibe for Korean. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I just hope they don't dye their hairs with crazy colors. I just want these girls to have this natural beauty because they are so beautiful. Les Seraphine, I hope for the best for these girls. I think that Les Seraphine is trying to keep up because definitely, like New Jeans popularity definitely like is getting all the attention. So they have to step up. They have to step up. Definitely with this song that they released, Anti-Fragile, they somehow, like, and their performances also have been really good in these award shows. So I'm happy for them. Actually, they are like rising. But yes, remember when I read for them at the beginning, I said that there's going to be a rough beginning for them, like a very awkward relationship with the audience. Like, actually, the audience not being able to connect with them emotionally, probably being a bit resistant to Okay, what do you want to offer me here? Okay, you're all pretty, you're all perfect, you all look like models, but what else? What else do you have to give me? It's not the same as new jeans. New jeans, somehow, with that style of theirs, they evoke a memory. They evoke the, I don't know, the 2000s me, teenager me, and I feel so nostalgic when I see them dancing, when I see their interactions, when I see their so cute and so teenager likes. Like, this is not like a 13-year-old trying to look like 20, being sexy and stuff. This is real teenager behavior, and they are so beautiful, like, and so classy and so real. So I love this. I love these girls. They definitely had caught an emotion in me. They are great performance. I did notice after the stunt they pull on MMA performance, every girl group are doing something. Yeah, the girl groups are ruling, definitely. This is true. I only seen senior artists going through such a green in K-pop industry. No seniors do comeback after comeback after comeback. Looks like I have to check out the new group, especially because the company relies a lot. Oh, yes, they are very tired. They are very tired. They are like, come on, like, when things are going to get easier for us. I mean, they will continue because they are persistent, but the level of frustration is there. The level of frustration. They probably talk a lot among themselves about this, but they're not going to give up. Uh, 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 uh. Hi, Faris Pam. I try to read for K-pop only. K-pop or K-drama, but yeah, I don't want to spam that. Probably I will try my best to expand for this new year about, who I do readings for, but yeah, I'm still like overviewing that. I'm still like, because I want to be selective, because sometimes I have read for for some people that someone had requested me, and those videos just don't go anywhere. They just are not watched. They are not that interesting for some. So it doesn't go well sometimes. I want to ask for Wavy, but I think a prayer would be more effective for that group. Oh, let's ask. Let's ask about Wavy. I do love the song. It's great. I love that song. The video is beautiful. I love it. I love that style for them. Wavy never disappoints. I love their songs. I really do. Okay. Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. That's Nine of Wands. These idols are tired. Let them rest. And the Wheel of Fortune. Um, yeah, but I really like it, especially because the video was beautiful as well. Maybe I was so like mesmerized by the visuals. I think that they are trying to work things out among each other. They are trying to work the communication, the connection. They are trying to also like rebuild their connections with the fans. um, they had been hurting for a while. They had been feeling very uncomfortable as a group and as the group identity for a while. But things are moving on, guys. Things are moving on finally for them. They are moving on from this stage of feeling a lot of burden, a lot of exhaustion, a lot of, also, like I mentioned for Monsta X, they also got this card of feeling very tired of all the things, always things being tough for them, and I think that probably for them this comeback is also about connecting with each other, about, okay, like, let's talk about the dynamic of the group. Let's talk about each other. Let's talk about what this group represents for us. Let's work things out. But I think that it's not easy because some of them are not very flexible when it comes to change. Probably each one of their own have their own perception of what's going on with the group. They are all very tired in their individual schedules. They're all very tired. They're exhausted. There's a level of insatisfaction at the same time, but they got the wheel of fortune at the last. So definitely change is coming for these guys. They are going to move on. Things are not going to be that hard for them. They are slowly, the wheel of fortune is turning for them. So definitely they are going to enter a new phase. They are going to move on from feeling like like there's no union on the group, or there's something that was like disconnected in there, and they are slowly like moving on from that. See, they got from the oracle, they got the card of receiving frequency. So definitely something is going to happen, something is going to unblock very soon, that is also going to bring peace to these members, because for them it's not easy to connect when there's so much chaos around them, because they are also protecting themselves. They are not only protecting the group, they are also protecting themselves. They are very fearful of scandals, of accusations, of negativity. They are tired. They feel like they always have to be with their arms up, like this, protecting themselves. They are unfortunately they are in a very toxic environment, but things will change. Things will change for them. Something is going to happen. Wavy. I'm leaving for wavy. Phantom is giving a song that relied on Lucas, just saying. They may have reshoot or record Lucas' part. Utah did a spill that NCT members as a whole shot something together. Oh, Samara, yes, I heard it was meant for Lucas. That low-key register would be perfect. Lucas. I can see. NCT 2023 next year. Okay. NCT, all of them. Or NCT 1 to 7. NCT, all the members? Yes, I can, Samara. Sorry, guys. Parvati, NCT 1 to 7 or NCT all the members for 2023? Thank you, Hope. NCT 1 to 7? Okay. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Healing. They got beautiful cards. They got the Wheel of Fortune again, so the things are moving for the guys, for the SM artist. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Swords. So definitely, I think that they are going to be very passionate about this 2023. Definitely, I see them like there's a lot of healing. They got the card of healing as well. So I think that they are healing a lot, and I think that, I don't know, I haven't been like a stan of NCT 1 to 7 for a while. I just met them like 1 year ago. Like I got really into them, and I think that the card of healing comes from because probably in previous years their relationship wasn't the best. And I know that probably fans are going to come and say, no, they had always been together or they had always been there. And I think that for them, they all have very strong personalities, and probably there was a conflict in there, like, oh, okay, like you always get this and I don't get this. So somehow the company is changing that, is giving more screen time or more parts to people, to members that actually didn't have that chance. I think that they have this very strong, and possibly also for the members individually, they are going to get more recognition, or they are going to be recognized outside of NCT 127. There's going to be a lot of maturing for them. Definitely something is changing in the group, because since they got the Ace of Swords, there's this sense of they're finally speaking up. They feel like this is why they got the King of Wands, because they feel like they have the authority enough to talk about what they want to do and how they want things to be for NCT 127. I think that probably at the beginning or a few years back, there had always been only one person's decision. One of them speaking for the group, and the group just being like nodding, just being like, oh yeah, yeah, sure. And now that they are getting wiser and older, they are starting to raise their hand and be like, okay, I have something to say here, or I have an idea. They all have very strong personalities. So, this is a group that they have to constantly be working on their desires, because they don't want to be the other person's shadow. They don't want to be other person's shadows. I think that this group initially was created to be a marketing for some members. It's like this group was for these members in particular, and the other were like backup, second lead kind of characters. But now the undergrounds, the members that didn't get that much notice, are starting to get noticed. So they are stepping into their power, and they're like, okay, like I'm here, so I matter too, so you better give me what I want, because I had working really hard. So I really want my moment. I want my moment to shine, or I want what is mine, or I want the recognition. Okay, I give you my time, my effort, but I also want projects for myself, and I want to get opportunities, and I want to shine on my own, and I want to make money, and I want to make a name for myself, not just be a member of this group. I want to do things outside the group, and you're going to let me do it. So yeah, strong conversations. And also here with this king of this king of wands here, and the Ace of Swords, they have a female that is very problematic, that could potentially come out and be like, oh, I was involved with this member, or I had this experience with NCT 127, or something related to a member of NCT 127. There's a female that could potentially like come to create some chaos to the group, or to the trajectory of the group, the reputation of one of the members, because she's coming back with tea, that it doesn't have anything to do with the career of the boys, but she is bringing gossip. And she's also very like stubborn, and probably she's known, like people know who she is. They know that she's a potential danger, so they are like, come on guys, let's moving on, and let's not listen to her, let's not pay attention to her. But I think that she could like post something or say something about someone, of NCT, because she's there. I think that they tried to silence her, or somehow, like, next probably this year they were like you're not going to get away with this, like go away. But she will come back for 2023. I need Yuta to go to NCT Japan so he can see his family more often and get more attention. I mean, a group of 9 ambitious men with strong personalities can't possibly get along perfectly all the time. There are bound to be some conflicts along the way. I have noticed that hopefully Yuta gets more opportunities, especially for Korean members. They don't utilize the foreigners members a lot. Can you do a reading for SM upcoming boy group? What? Upcoming boy group independent from NCT? Women with receipts. Is that the old snitch? Yeah, I think so. Sounds like Dexter Sign who caused the Lucas rumors and song. Maybe. Nah, it sounds like Hanson. Oh yeah, that woman is problematic. That woman is problematic. But there's another one like her. You know, there's a, guys, there's a lot of women like Han So-hee in K-pop. It's just that we hear about her because she was controversial and because she had the influence and also the resources to keep coming back. You know, it seems like you cannot just hash her. You know, she has her, but there are other females as well. There are other females, and you know, um, they, I don't, you know, we women can be toxic, especially when we are promised something or when we are in love or when we are infatuated with someone. But definitely, I think that Korean females in general, when it comes to these idols, they just get crazy, crazy, crazy. Very revengeful, very like, I'm going to take away everything you have. You know, very like, I don't know, they just don't let it go. It's like a dog biting something, you know, they don't let it go. And they are full of I don't know, they are very dangerous females, very dangerous females. So definitely I think that the guys should watch out who they associate with, because there's a lot of psychos out there. You know, there's a lot of like females that are not that well mentally, and I think that they are very unstable. They are dangerous to themselves and to others. Um, and they have the potential to look like angels on the outside, in the sense that probably these are females that are very narcissistic, in the sense that they take care a lot of their image, or they use designer clothes, you know, they use like luxury brands, they have jobs, they seem very independent and they seem like the it girl. But definitely the males, they have to watch out for these girls, because these girls are the ones that will record all conversations, will film everything, will steal from them, you know, steal personal items from them, and also like wanting to get closer to these guys, you know, like pretending to be sweet and romantic and a bit naive, but then actually turning out to be really psychos. So I would, you know, especially because we know that an environment where, you know, looks matter. Actually, you know, looks matter, and it's not just the ugly people that want to get revenge on the famous. You know, sometimes the ones that are rich and famous, they also are very like revengeful and petty. Yes, women can be scary. Yes, yes, yes. That employee even said that a lot of opportunities were rejected for 10 in Thailand. Revenge. That reminds me, I just watched the first seasons of Glory. Oh, is it good, Hope? Is it good? It's on Netflix, right? So definitely, I think that the guys should watch out for that, um, and they they know really well how to get them. They know because they just buy information, guys. They buy information. They buy information, and the more wealthy they are, the more crazy they are, because they have money, so they can, um, I would advise the especially since we're talking about SM, because I do get that SM is the one that gets them the most, because they have the most concentration of male artists or male trainees. And actually, male trainees, I think that there's something about SM male artists, that even though they are very characteristic, because they are all good looking, they are very all tall, they are gorgeous, they are very uh, good at everything. They are this very successful. They have a lot of like potential. SM artists, they have a lot of potential. But you know what? When it comes to themselves as individuals and themselves, like their personality, they are very fragile. They are probably a bit childish as well, and they are very impressionable. They are very, since they do not have emotional support, they do not have like people that could give them advice about life outside being a trainee, or outside being they do not have these wise people around them to advise them. They only know that they have to go practice, eat, and sleep. So somehow when they see a potential love interest, or a potential romance, they start feeling things, and they could be blinded by that opportunity, or by that person that can come. So I think that these guys, definitely, all of them should be careful. Be careful, because they are very impressionable. Artists of other companies, I would say they are a bit smarter, street smart. But when it comes to SM, I sense that there's a lot of naivety. We have a saying here in our country that basically means there are women that build great men, and women that can break men into nothing. Exactly. Yes, I agree, Rim. Actually, some of these girls are very rich, so that's how they get in contact with these celebs, and the rest is pretty nasty. I agree, they should not they get carried away by the riches. Yes, because actually I think that from a very young age they start to build themselves to be of attraction, to get into these people's path somehow. I have heard that they travel with them whenever they go. Yes, and they are like, oh no, we are not fans, but they are. They go on tours. It ends on suddenly, like the fabulous. I noticed some songs with being bussed at the airport. The story is funny, but I just remember this girl who leaked something info of NCT activities, claiming she got with an SM trainee. People didn't believe her, and then those activities actually happened. SM didn't create it. It just festered along the way with obsession and competition. And then she even said Korea is a small, it isn't hard to get with an SM trainee. Yeah, that's also a spirit. That also. Yes. Like it's not that great, like huge country that you're like, oh, okay, like I will never meet them. Like they somehow like are in the same circle. SM idols are interesting. They either are sensitive, fragile, or crazy strong, passionate, like Mino and TVSQ. Why are SM not blacklisting these crazy fans? If they did, how on earth they got away? It's just that I think that probably they are betrayed by their own staff. Their own staff also are very like they want money as well. So they buy they buy the information. They buy it. They buy it. They buy it. But then if one of these idols get caught up in this uncomfortable situation with a crazy girl or boy, then it's their fault. Then it all the weight goes on them. It's your fault because you fall for it. You fell for it. SMD did create it that build up on romance created these cycles, and the police not taking these incidents enabled them, and the people who gave them their own terms validated them. At least what an infinite Songpon fan site Samsung's revealed the company sold her his info. Yeah, yes, yes. I heard NCT was being stalked after some had to move. Yeah. That's a company, same thing in the West for Hollywood. Yes. The other day I was watching like also a TikTok about signing NDAs. Is it real that they pass NDAs to some people in the crowd, like in concerts? I think that's very delulu. Of course, if you get with a famous person, I'm sure they get you to sign an NDA. But yeah, I don't know. They were a lot of funny TikToks about people being like, oh, I want to get an NDA from Stray Kids. I don't know, at the concert. Well, I'm sure BTS is full of NDAs. They must have like a lot of paperwork in there. I didn't say it wasn't, but the difference between the West and K-pop is that K-pop is really pushing an actual relationship, while the West it forms it off of nothing. Parasocial relationship. I think that when I was younger, like I think that the Backstreet Boys also they did that. I heard rumors of famous people here in my country, like models, or just regular fans that actually were attractive. That they told me that they had like a night with one of them, and that she was approached by a manager of theirs, and yes, she was she was invited and taken to the hotel where they were staying, and this was 20 something years ago. So like I probably the NDAs for people in the crowd, like I think that this is how they work. They are like if the artist sees someone in the crowd that they think that is their type, they would let know someone. And actually there's like a whole, like they of course have to see the person very well, and like somehow also like give signals to that person that that's going to happen, so you don't get like oh, what's going on here. Yes, Hype is using webtoons and Wattpad to create that sort of relationship. The NDN thing is really they vet them through they bet them. Though you think they traveling ain't getting some. I don't think you seen how fanatic Western artists fans can get. Igual, yeah, K-pop does push parasocial relationships, something they took from J-pop idol culture. Yeah, I don't think it's that different in K-pop, honestly, except the shame involved. Oh my, I don't think you understand. It's crazy for sure. Only K-pop fans get offended over ladies singing their underwear. Overlay. Only K-pop fans get offended over ladies sliding their underwear. Oh my. Yes, I know. I've known people invited by musicians in bands, and they are escorted backstage. Old school in U.S. Yes, yes, yeah. So the fans in these TikToks were debating in the comment sections. I was really like, oh yes, we are guilty of that dream of like here in Latin America they do throw their panties at, in or the on the stage, or their brassieres as well. I don't know why they do it, but yeah, groupies. Um, yeah. And they were like, "Oh, would you take it? Would you take the NDA? Would you sign it?" And everyone was like, "Oh yes, I would sign it. Oh yes, I would bring a pen, like you sign it." And then there was one that actually was very interesting, in the sense that I think that this obviously this person that did this TikTok, like r- reflecting on the meaning behind the NDA and why would someone give you an NDA to sign. And she was talking about like how serious it is that someone like hands you over an NDA. Like, what does it say about you signing that? Like, because you are somehow giving consent to whatever happens, it didn't happen. So you are like denying the whole experience and also denying yourself because you somehow are in an experience that didn't happen. Not even for them, because they also protect. Of course, we are talking about famous people, and they have a lot to lose. They have a lot to risk, but they are like, what does it say about you that you are so eager to sign this in order to be with this idol or whoever it is? So, so what are you doing? Like, what does it say about you? Because obviously they're sure, like, classifying you with a sort of like purpose. This is why they give you that to sign. But when you accept it so willingly, like, what does it say about you? And I was like, oh, this lady is very smart. This lady is very smart. Like, of course, like, we are not like patronizing anyone. Like, you can do what you want, and you also have to be in the situation to somehow be like, oh, I would sign it or not. But I think that, yeah, there's a sign of, there's a level in that of like, you know I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I remember Shani talking about fans tossing their bras on stage. He was surprised. Yes, he was all shy. Mm-hmm. Yes, he was so shy, but he was excited saying it. Like talking about it, like really like saying. I can tell if they're shocked or happy. Yes, those men seemed a bit obsessed with our magnet. He has grown out a lot since then. Yeah. Yeah, I think that honestly, if your favorite group or your favorite idols do have this situation where they get someone to sign an NDA and they hook up with someone, I think that that's also a reality check for the fans. You know, I think that that's like a proof that they are men. At the end of the day, they are men, and they do these things, and I think that it's very sometimes it could be a bit healthier to know these things, so people should stop like shipping them among each other, and be like, oh no, because he's married to this, or he is like this, like we were talking about the ships. I think that sometimes people forget that these are men. So, and they have eyes, they have desires just like everyone. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for Le Serafin because Samara asked for it. Even though Infinite members made fun of me for saying he liked it too much when fans throw underwear on stage. He didn't even try to deny it. Okay, Les Seraphim, they got the World card, the Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So, yeah, definitely it's going to be a great year for Les Seraphim. They are going to be very successful. They are already working on something new that is going to come out very soon. They are working on their dynamic, the dynamic of their group for them. For this specific CEO or person that is here, he is like very strict with the girls about working on their group, working on how they get along with each other, working as a team, as a real team. He thinks that that's very important, and the key of their potential success is for them to stay united, to always work as a proper team, like really, like rely on each other, work, trust each other, like really work on that. That's going to be your greatest strength. And honestly, I think that the girls, the members that are part of Les Seraphim, they are so much happier now that they are who they are. Now that they are, I don't know how many are they. Like, are they like five members? They are so like they're glad that finally they are moving on, because it seemed like forever that they wasn't able to move on to to celebrate. I think that the girls definitely deserve to celebrate probably their debut. There were a lot of things that they were happy about and they wanted to celebrate, but because of everything that happened in the middle, their possibilities to celebrate was like canceled somehow. And they were always worried and anxious about a lot of things. And now that they are like, okay, this is us, this is what we are. They are so much happier, and they're going to be very successful 2023. Really, they are going to step up, and you're going to be like, wow, like they are releasing good music, like they are really doing the work. They are engaging more with the audience. The audience are getting to know them better, and they are going to be very likable, very like popular at the same time. They are going to be a bit more relaxed about showing themselves, and people are going to like that. Hi, Mariana. Any other question, guys? Oh, thank you, Hope. We all learn a lot from you as well. Yes, they are very professional. It's just that they have to relax a bit and show a bit more of their individual personalities. Like they really must, like, like get out of like show yourself, like show your goofy side. Like probably they are going to create also content where people can actually see them backstage, because they have great personalities. They actually can attract a lot. It's just that they had been under so much fire, and they weren't able, to express themselves. But once the audience get to know them, like their personalities, their humor, the way they communicate, they are going to love these girls. um, my cats, my cats, one of them is right now sleeping on the floor because she's really hot. Like she was sleeping on the bed and I was watching her, and she got off and she laid down on the floor because it's really hot in here. I have the fan on because it's really hot. And the other one probably is outside. Like Nerita is very wild. She loves to be on the outside. I'm happy for them, and they have potential to be the next new big group. I thought it was New Jeans at first, but New Jeans at performance reveals they are children. Yeah, but they're so cute. Like they are children. I love them, but they just makes me happy, Samara. They make me happy. I don't know what's going on with New Jeans, but I think that I just love it that they are teenagers. That these are not like these girls, like talking. They are talking about teenager stuff. Like I think that it's so nostalgic. It's so like, I don't know. Oh wow. I want to see that. I'm going to have to go before, guys, because I want to see that as well. We're going to pull cards for them, like this new YG girl group. Oh, there was someone in the comment section that was asking me about this in a lot of my videos. And I was like, what new girl group? Because, they had been talking about this new girl group for so many years that I was so tired. I remember I read for them once. And I was like, I'm not getting much of this here. So I was a bit tired. Especially because why I get a bit like frustrated when I read for groups that are not officially made or introduced is because they go through so much change, and it seems like there's not much prepared. So a lot of things can happen in the middle, and that's why energies are not clear, the cards are not clear. So that's why I get really frustrated when I read for them, because the only thing I can get is like, well, it seems like they could debut, but I don't know, or there's something that is not right. I don't. It worries me that these children are in horse industry with a very questionable director. The doing damage control or what? What is the name of this new, or the potential name of this new girl group? YG new girl group. Well, they got the devil card, page of pentacles, king of swords, 10 of pentacles. So Yeah, starting with the devil card, definitely it has to do with, like, I wouldn't say like hidden agenda, or but definitely this is about money. This is about um, ambition. This is a very strong ambition. This is actually a strategy for from the company to somehow secure a bit of stability for the foundation of the. Uh, this is for business purposes. You know, this is not made neither to help these girls debut, neither to, I don't know, bring good music to the people. No, this is about money. This is about money. This is about securing this old man legacy or company or whatever he has on the stocks. He wants to have this YG family standing, and they are using these girls to do that. He also wants to bring new, because they got the page of pentacles, so he also wants to bring like younger trainees, and he wants to bring like younger blood, you know, like younger idols. Like he also wants to contribute to that, to the younger idols, younger concepts, very more modern kind of concepts. um, Obviously these girls are very young for what it seems. It seems like they are very devoted. I mean, these girls are still in the process of learning, so they are still very young, and I think that this is what he wants. He wants like this very naive kind of, but not naive, but also very studious and very committed and responsible kind of idols, you know, people that he can boss around, you know, people that actually are going to do what they told. So possibly in this group there's going to be a lot of earth signs, a lot of earth signs idols, idols very stable. Also, they these girls probably are also very thirsty, in the sense that they want fame as well. They want to be seen, they want people to know them. So they're going to start, uh yeah, probably, you know, because there's a devil card, so they could also be a bit of, there's a lot of manipulation in there, and there's also, there could be something about sexiness, about sexual things, you know. I don't know if it's about them being treated like objects or something like that, but, or actually talking about things that are a bit sexual. But I have to do a reading for Icon, poor Iconics. That not poor Iconics. I know they're fine, but I think that they would probably are waiting for me to do an update for them. See that I told you that Icon's energy was stuck. Like if they remain together because they decided to, whatever they do, they're going to do it together. But there was like not much going on for them. This is why sometimes I get so frustrated reading for YG artists, because, like, yeah, everyone speculates a lot about their image, and because the idols themselves seem like very independent and outspoken people, but actually they are so tight, they are so restricted, they are so such prisoners of, every artist that enters YG is not free. It's not free. They just show an image of them being fearless, of them being independent, of them being badass, but actually the company just, you know, grabs them. There's a lot of Capricorn energy in YG, so you know they have to follow the rules all the time. There's always a leader. There's always someone bigger, like pulling the strings. You are not like free of anything. You are not like You are not there to be free. You are there to do what they tell you to do. Yes, see, they they got the card of family. See that I told you. See that I told you. This CEO wants to keep the YG family tradition. It's just that he's running out of family members, so he's starting a new. Probably he's going to release more groups. Don't like, just wait. He's going to release more groups or more artists. You're going to see more people coming. Like all of a sudden, he's going to start see. You're going to start seeing people. Like when they used to be like ghosting like the fans for some content. Yes. Would you do the reading for Astro? He's running out of family members. Um, yeah, Astro is there, very passionate as always. They got the Knight of Wands, Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So obviously they could like release something. Possibly they could potentially be working for something for the group, but there's a lot of push and pull between their individual activities. They actually do really well individual. So probably for them to sit down and plan something, to do something as a group, they have to. They're definitely working on that. On like, okay, we have to get our schedules. We have to get each other like, but each one of them is going through a very different like a scenario. So they have their own priorities. They're still a group, and I think that they will come to like a deal. They will definitely like. But it's a bit uncomfortable because each one of them have their own circumstances to fix. So yeah. Yeah. See, they got the card of resistance. So, yeah, I think that this group will continue, but it's more about them holding on because actually they are trying to do the best for what they can for themselves, because they have the luck, they have the possibility to do really well, when they are by themselves, and actually they are very respectful for each other's circumstances. But at the same time, they are like resisting something. So, they should talk a bit about the group. They should talk about what vision do they have for the group? What do they want to do with the group? Because, there's a lot of like, yes, they had managed to remain the group, to stay being in the group, but something is lacking, and that lacking is direction. They are not giving a structure to the group, so they are very focused on what each other's individual activities, and it's like when someone agrees, the other one says, oh no, I can't. So they are resisting something that actually is very predictable, that probably they should have a serious talk about the future of the group, because they are somehow putting off a lot of activities. So yeah. Yeah, they are all in their own, you know, they are okay, but I think that they need more structure to their. I think that the group will survive. They will survive, but and they are doing great. This is something I wanted to say, because all the cards, none of the cards are about being anxious, being tired, being no. They are doing great. They are very responsible people. They are doing what they can with the possibilities. Like, they are very busy people, so they are doing the best to actually like be committed to whatever they do. They try to be organized, but to be honest, it's going to take a while for them to get together and have a comeback. They have to talk about it. They have to plan it. They have to like get in the same room and be like, okay, this is how we're going to do it. Because for the moment being, there's not much time. Do I pull some cards for Icon to see how they're doing? What time is it, guys? I want to know the minutes. So because I want to go before, I want to see the new core group as well. Like even this week, Infinite members met up and Magnus couldn't come because of work. So realistic, like our own friend group. Yes. Oh, great. Great. Yeah. Okay. Let's pull cards for Icon to see how they're doing. Another ones. Resistance. They know that they have to hold on in there. And you know, it's really loving because they definitely want to move on together. They want to start over, but together. And this is actually very loving. You know, this is like, I'm not an iconic, but I feel like these guys, you know, really did their best to hold on with the very few that they were given. They were promised so much more, and they didn't even get the half of it. I think that the company really did them dirty because they didn't commit to them. They didn't like. They were only focused on. They were always on someone's shadows. You know, this is the truth. And you know, this is because I have the Queen of Cups and the Five of Cups. So definitely for them, this feels like an emotional loss. This feels like like definitely it's going to take a while for them to actually. They are going to continue working. They are going to see new opportunities for them to sign with someone else. But they themselves emotionally, they feel a bit like a failure because they they never were able to move on from I think that ever since they lost BI, there was something like, you know, and they got the Queen of Cups. So you know, and BI is a Pisces, so I think that probably the Queen of Cups was sort of mother figure. You know, it was like that. You know, like okay, like we lost like our, you know, like our mama duck. You know, we lost our way, and somehow they naively believed that the company was going to take care of them afterwards. And actually they did good, but the company wasn't like consistent enough. When there was a new toy, all the attention went to that new toy, just like what is happening right now. So I think that they are still like, probably it's going to take a while for them to heal themselves from feeling so emotionally abandoned and so betrayed somehow, like, so I mean, they had been experiencing a sense of emptiness and feeling like no one cared for them, you know, and that they only had each other, but that wasn't enough. They have this sense of abandonment, you know, that what they dreamed for, it was abandoned. So it's sad, actually. Oh, yes, you're right. Hambin is a Libra. You're right. Pisces moon. I don't know why I always get him confused. They were rookies of the year beating MX17, and now it doesn't feel that way. Yes, yes. Did them so dirty, YG. Yes. Mm. It's just that I think that probably for them, you know, I don't know. I think that they were forced to make a decision somehow, or either to live with BI, because I have a feeling that these guys are very like devoted. So maybe they were like in the sort of like crossroad, like, okay, do we go with him or do we stay here? You know, somehow like they were sort of brainwashed to believe that the company knew better for them. You know, like, okay, let him go because he was trouble. Let him go. You are going to do great. We are going to do great for you. You are going to be taken care of. We are going to fix things for you. You know, and somehow then they were just abandoned. You know, they were like, okay, yeah, there you are, but no, there's not material for you. No, oh yes, but we would like to. You know, they send them to kingdom. Just, you know, send a group like Icon to kingdom. And that's not to, you know, to um, like, I love my 4gen groups, I love FF9, I love B2B, but Icon, you know how many like song of the year they got? They got amazing songs, like really hits, and they were just, you know, like summarized, like they were like to a survival show, even if it was with famous groups. But like, why? As after Bobby's marriage, even though things were pretty bad even before that. Getting disrespectful at all. Why is someone from Pentagon going on? Yes, going on Boys Planet. Pentagon also. Pentagon also. Like, do you know? Like it seems like I get it. I get it. They want to, I don't know, for Gen fans to know about Icon, but it's like, what are you doing? And why is Pentagon there? Pentagon was on Road to Kingdom. And you know, I'm not a YG stan. Like, I don't follow that much their artists, but I know who Pentagon is. And I was like, why is Pentagon with these rookies? Like, I don't know. Yes, obviously the show does give them the possibility to um, to promote themselves, you know, but it's like it's a bit different. You know, you cannot compare Icon's style of songs to the fourth generation style of song and dancing and performance. They're two different things. And B2B too. Poor guys of B2B, they were like, what are we doing here? We are singers, like, and you know, like, but it was a cute show. I loved it. It was fun. I love to see the interactions between them, the members. I think it was great. But it was like, what are you doing? Like, oh yes, they are from Cube. Yes, sure. Yes, they are. They are from Cube. You're right. You're right, Parvati. Yes. Ah, yes. Yeah, remember Monsta X didn't want to go. Yes, and that's also, you know, a part of somehow having a bit of respect for yourself. You know, like, okay, Like, really, blacklist me then. But I'm not going. I'm not going. I did see many unless you are Big Bang, exponential, effective, you're probably gonna need to find something else to grow your popularity and success. Yeah, yeah. You have to find another way, yes, or another like brand. Like become a model. I don't know, like something. Do something. Act. Do something. But I swear if I saw another new gen fan say the past idols were flaps that and there wasn't demand for them. Most acts have so much trauma from their debut lineup survival show, they would never go on such a show again. Exactly, the level of stress, the level of stress. And also the evil editing that they do, to somehow create drama and to get all these idols to cry on camera and have these awful accidents and show them in these very vulnerable moments so they can promote their show. No, 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 no. It's like, I know that you want the fans to connect with the vulnerable side of the idols, but let's be honest. We are here for the music. Like, we are here to have fun with them, to laugh with them, to enjoy with them. Not to see them like, I don't know, breaking their backs or falling or crying, like fighting each other. Like, that's not that. Like, protect your idols, protect them, because those sort of things will follow them everywhere, even if it's more if it's on camera. Yes, and they're too grown. Yes. Queen. Yes, Queen. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle to see how we're going to do for the 2023 for us, all of us that we are here. So, yes, yes. No, and also the very uncomfortable conversations where they tell them, they give them negative feedbacks. I don't want to see that. My heart breaks when I see that. I don't want to see that. Because it doesn't matter if they make it at the end, but the level of stress and humiliation, no. I know it's real life, I know they go through that, but no. Okay, guys, because I'm going to go, so I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle to see how 2023 is going to do for us. Okay. We got the card of Elixir, so a lot of drinking now. And Sun's Rays. So definitely I think that what the Oracle is saying is, please, first of all, with sun rays, is that we need to get more sun. Like, we need to get out more. We need to get out more often. Saying that brighter days are going to come our way, and also that we, with the word elixir, I think that it has to do with our own recipe in life, or that we create our own style of, like, healing ourselves, our own recipe in life, whatever works for you. Like, create a plan that is not something that others have done before. Somehow create your own elixir, like create your own mix of elements that are going to help you reach what you want to reach. Like concentrate your power on that. Like, don't follow other people's recipe. Just, take a few elements of your life, take a few ingredients, things. I think that this also has to do with creating probably your own vision board, if you are the kind of person that you want to manifest or something like that, you should, like create your own vision board, like create something like a sort of guideline of what you want to achieve for this year. Because definitely there's going to be happier days. You're going to see the sun, literally, that is about joy, that is about going out to the world, like have fun with your community. Like there's not going to be great days, only rays of sun. So it's about connecting with that, but also understanding that you have a lot of power and potential. You have a lot of power and potential, and probably this means that if you were following other people's advices or other people's, they telling you how to live your life, you have to create your own way of living your life. Like let go of other people's because, and I think that this also has to do with social media, and we like constantly been watching what others are doing, and we are like, oh, but I'm not doing what they're doing. No, because you have the potential of creating something original for yourself. What's your what's your description of happiness is not the same as the others. So you have to create your own. And also see, from the oracle, from the tarot, you have the hangman and the ten of pentacles. So something also about family. There are a lot of relationships in family that are pendant to be healed. Your family and or the community, the people that you are surrounded by with probably daily, they have a lot of teaching, a lot of lessons for you to learn. This is where the healing has to happen. It's like you can work a lot on yourself, like you can grow a lot, but if you do not heal your relationship with your family or with your community, you are doomed to repeat the same pattern all over again. So somehow, like, start reconciling with the people around you. Like, fix your relationship with the elders, with the older people with the older generations. Like, heal, accept them, honor them. Of course, you're not going to live your life the way they are, because you are different, because we come from a different generation, and you, the guys that are even younger, if you are in your 20s or about to be in your 20s, you are from a different generation. So what you create is your own elixir. What you create is your own definition of happiness. So there's no need to compare, because there's nothing to compare. But at the same time, it's like you need to fix your relationships and the way you communicate and how you interact with your family, with your community. There's a lot of resentment towards the people that are near you. And this is something that I think that is very important to take into consideration, because we often talk about oh, wait, guys, that I have to open the for my cat. I'm here. That we often talk about Korea, and we talk about their culture, and we talk about our idols and everything. But sometimes we forget about what's going on in our own houses. So, or our own community, or our own country, or what is, like, let's not go that worldly, like, let's connect with also what's going on with our lives. So, that's the message. That's the message. Let's heal our relationship with the people closest to us as well. So yes, guys, I hope I hope it makes sense. Not the card exposing us. Like always, like always. The tarot always exposes us. So, yeah, guys, this is all I have for 2022. Yes. I hope that, well, we had a lot of fun this year. I think that the one of the greatest accomplishments of me, of myself, this year was starting this. I didn't know how, but I learned with you. So I'm happy that you're staying, that you are always here. We all went through a lot of changes. We're slowly adapting to also, like, the pandemic and everything change us, obviously. We are not the same, and we are doing our best. But yes, we do have some pendant things that we have to heal, and that. But yes, I'm really happy that we can have a lot of differences with a lot of people, but at least here, the ones that we are always here, we always understand each other. We always get each other's point of view, and even when we don't get it, we eventually like are very respectful to be like, okay, like I read you, I read you. I also put my comments, and there's no fighting in here because we are all learning. We are all learning. So yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for this community, and we will keep going, of course, because we are in Capricorn season, so we have to keep going. And um, I will try my best to do a live tomorrow, but I don't know at what time is it good for you guys, because I'm sure that I don't know what you're going to do. Tomorrow is Sunday, so I don't know what time it will the best for you to be. Um, so, because we still have to talk about the Capricorn season, we have a lot of Capricorn idols. So yes, I have to do a live about that. But we'll see. I will see today what hour. Because I don't want it to be too early, because I know that some of you are still sleeping at that time, and not too like late for others that you know that their days are already like ending, or they are in the evening. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go check out the YG New Girl Group. So thank you, and happy 2023.